Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. Hello, everybody. Oofta. Again, I was almost late for my own party. I'm down here at my office at Four Sisters in Renton, and I was talking to one of my fellow healers down here, Joselito, and got to talking, and all of a sudden I'm like, holy crap, it's 7 o'clock. So I had to rush back to my own room and made it just in time. So come on in as I get set up here. We are going to do our sacred pipe ceremony tonight. And so bear with me as I get set up for that. Thank you for joining me. Welcome. Come on in. I'm just getting a fire started in our little virtual fireplace here. I love having the fire in the background, our own little hearth fire. Because that's the traditional gathering around the fire, telling stories, smoking the pipe together. And by the way, my name is Patrick, in case you don't know who the heck is talking to you right now. I am Patrick, your friendly neighborhood shaman, and I am here every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock to do pipe ceremony. And if you don't know what that is, I will explain it as I get set up here. So, okay, just grab some things. Come on in. Welcome, welcome. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you enjoy this new experience. This is one of the most sacred spaces that I know of, one of the most sacred ceremonies that I know of. And I have been around the spiritual block quite a bit. So let me put my phone down as I get ready. Come on in, say hi, let me know you're there. I'm finding out that I can't always trust the little number in the corner on Facebook Live videos. And so I like to know who's there. Come on in, say hi, give me some love, give me some hearts or likes or something. I appreciate all of that. So I'm just getting set up here. How is everybody doing? It has been weird lately. A different kind of weird. Weirder than normal. But I've been experiencing quite a few shifts in my life, in my path. Even have new spirit guides showing up out of the blue. I have a horse, this big brown horse that showed up. And his name is Selvik. He said he was a horse of mine in a past life. Hey, Natalia! And he came to help me expand my horizons, to take me to places I have never been before, to seek out new life and new civilizations, and all that good stuff. So, welcome, welcome, come on in. Join the circle. Like I just said, was almost late to my own party. I was talking to one of my fellow healers here at the Healing Center and lost track of time. So what we are going to do is we are going to do a sacred pipe ceremony. All right. Ta-da! We are ready, I think. All right. Just looking, making sure I got everything I need, and I believe I do. Awesome. So welcome everybody again. Thank you for joining me. I am Patrick, your friendly neighborhood shaman, and we are here to do a pipe ceremony. I've been doing this weekly. Well, for a little bit I was doing it every month because it felt like things had come to completion and things were smoothing out, and then all of a sudden things got crazy again, and my guides are like, do it again, you know, start doing it weekly again. So I'm like, okay. And fact is, when I stopped doing it weekly, I really missed it. This is one of the highlights of my week. This is something I look forward to every single week, and I would do this daily if I could. I love the ceremony so much. I love being able to share it, and thank you for being present to witness it, to experience it. And so I started doing this a couple of years ago toward the beginning of the pandemic, as a shaman and as a pipe carrier, a sacred pipe carrier. I felt it was my duty to hold the vibration, hold the light for you know, my community and the world, global community. So I was doing pipe ceremony every day in order to hold that light and to keep the frequency high. And so I was doing it every day, and I kept wanting, if the ironic thing was, if it hadn't been for the pandemic, I wouldn't have been doing it every day. And if it weren't for the pandemic, I would be doing pipe ceremonies in person. And so since I couldn't do it in person, I had the idea, like, maybe I need to do it on Facebook Live. And so I wasn't sure about that, because it is definitely not a traditional thing to video or photograph ceremonies. But these are different times requiring different measures, and I went to my guide, specifically a white buffalo calf woman who has been my guide almost the entire time since I started this shamanic path that I am on now. And so I asked permission to do a video, and she was like, well, whose idea do you think it was? So it's like, it wasn't even my idea, it was their idea. And so I got permission to do it from them, and started sharing it since we couldn't meet in person. And so I've been doing this for almost 2 years now, or maybe it has been 2 years. I think I started in March of 2020. So, yeah, so we've been doing this for a couple of years. If you're new here, I'm glad you found us. If you've been with me for a while, thank you so much for your perseverance and for sticking with me. I really appreciate your presence, And I say this a lot, but I mean it, that if you're watching this, you're not just watching this. We are connected, and just by seeing this, your energy, even if you're watching this months or years down the line, your energy is still a vital component of this circle right here, right now. And it's so much more powerful having a group of people coming together, connected by the heart, even if we can't see each other, even if it's just virtually, because in the moment, I'm going to set sacred space around us. And when I do that, you, wherever you are included in that sacred space. Because intention is everything, and that is my intention, to put sacred space, to create sacred space around everyone who's watching this. And because it's a holographic universe where space and time are illusions, you are a vital, vital part of the ceremony, and the energy that we all experience. Like we're lifting each other up. And I so appreciate that. Thank you for your support. That's one way that you show your support for me, and I so appreciate that. So, like I said, before we do any ceremony, we need to set sacred space and call in the spirit guides to hold space for us, to surround us in a circle, an egg, sphere of love and light. So they hold space for us, high frequency, the vibes that prevent anything of a lower frequency from coming in. And that way they watch over us so that we can let down our guards, we can let down our armor and our walls, because we know we're safe, and it allows us to surrender to spirit and to move inward. So let me do that now. Spirits of the earth, spirits of the air, spirits of the fire, spirits of the water, spirits of the upper world, spirits of the lower world, compassionate spirits of the middle world, the Fae, the spirits of the land, the ancestors of the land. Thank you for your presence. Bless us with your love and your light. Thank you. Oh. All right. Oofta. So, if you remember how you felt just a couple of minutes ago, check in now and see if you notice that you're breathing a little bit easier, that you're a little calmer. Because chances are that you are, because once we set that sacred space and surround ourselves in that love and that light, where only love gets in, only love is invited. And every time I do that, it's just, I forget what it could seem. It's like subtle and drastic at the same time, if that makes sense. Because it's when you start to pay attention, when you start to be able to sense the energy around you, it makes all the difference in the world. So anyways, so thank you again for joining me. We are going to do the pipe, and in case you're new here, and thank you everyone who's been watching for 2 years and have heard this. literally 100 times. This is the sacred pipe. And, you know, Hollywood has come to call it the peace pipe. That might be how you know it. But this is the sacred pipe. It was given, not this exact pipe, but the pipe was given to the Lakota people 19 generations ago by White Buffalo Cattleman, who is one of my spirit guides I mentioned earlier. And she came, the tribes were not necessarily warring, but there were many conflicts and grumblings, and they were starving and thirsty. There was no game. There was bickering, and so White Buffalo Calf Woman came with the pipe as and this is part of why it's become known as the peace pipe, because she came to unite the tribes, unite the peoples with one pipe, you know. And like you'll hear me say a prayer at some point, blessing White Buffalo Calf Woman, bringer of the pipe, and the law of good relations to the people. When you breathe, we all, like we just found, you know, the last couple of years with the COVID and everything, it's like we are connected through our breath. Everything we breathe goes out and others breathe in. Breath, air it's the very first element that we ever connect with. When we're born, we take our first breath, you know, and when we die, it's our last breath that carries us to the spirit world. And so air, breath is very important. And especially when we smoke the pipe together, you know, we are connecting by the breath intimately, and that is one way of being. How do I put it into words? When you smoke the pipe with someone, you are family. You are breathing the same air. You are breathing the same smoke. There is no separation. And so the pipe, the stem is the divine masculine, and the bowl is the divine feminine. And so when we put it together, it's all of creation. It's the masculine, feminine, the yin yang, basically. It is all of creation coming together. And the red of the bowl symbolizes not only the skin of the native peoples, it is the red of the blood of every race. This is what holds us together, that we all have the same blood. We are all related, literally. And, you know, one of my other spirit guides is Standing Bear, Chief Standing Bear. And he was the chief of the Ponca tribe. And he is the one who successfully sued the United States government and won I can't remember the habeas corpus, one of those, like the basic human rights. He was the one that said the famous, "When you cut me, do I not bleed? Is my blood not the same color as yours?" And so brought in, like, the idea that the native indigenous peoples and tribes were human, they weren't subhuman, and that we are all one tribe, we are all one race, we are all one family. So the red is the red of the blood of humanity. And so when we put the pipe together, it brings in all of creation, and it's kind of it's like the sign for the spirit of my pipe. Everything has a spirit, right? And so when I put the pipe together, that's the sign from the spirit of the pipe that it is time to do ceremony. And when we do that, it is a sacred act, and it opens a channel straight to Creator. So when I put the pipe together until I take it apart is one long prayer. And so as soon as I put the pipe together, pay attention to your thoughts. Think your best and biggest thoughts. Dream your biggest dreams. Pray your biggest prayers. There's nothing too big or too small. And so because your thoughts go straight to Creator while the pipe is together. So what was I going to say? I was just reading, talking about prayers and thoughts. I was just reading The Way of Integrity by Martha Beck today. And she made this distinction between what we want and what we yearn for. Because what we want most of the time is a societal thing. We want to be rich. We want to, if we just do this one thing, we're going to be safe. If we just do this one thing, we'll be successful. Once I bring in so much money per week, then I don't have to worry anymore, or whatever it is. Those are wants. That is a society thing, setting these goalposts, trying to achieve success, thinking that once we get there, then we're fine. When we yearn, that comes from here. When you are yearning for something, that in itself is a prayer. When you yearn for something, when you long for something, it's not just to be better than your neighbor, or to, dress a certain way or have so much money. It's literally as necessary to your well-being as breathing. Those things that you yearn for, that you long for, that is a divinely given compass to know what direction to go in your life. It helps you to decide what course to go. And just like Joseph Campbell used to say, follow your bliss, that's what he was talking about. Not about the wants, not about, the petty things that, will make me good, will make me rich, will make me famous, or whatever. It's those things that you yearn for. And if you are yearning for something, if you have that deep-seated desire, longing for something, that is proof that whatever it is you long for exists. And so the secret to praying, to manifesting those things, is to feel into that longing and then pray in gratitude for the fulfillment of that longing. Actually feel the relief, feel the fulfillment even before it happens, whatever it is. Because that is what you're actually praying for. It's not for the object that creates that feeling. You're praying to have that feeling, and that feeling already exists within you. It's part of you, or you couldn't long for it. And so if we can remember our wholeness, remember that whatever it is we're seeking is already inside of us, that we are whole divine beings, perfect, whole. Well-being is our default setting. You know, like Abraham Hicks talks about there being only one, there's only one source. There's a source of well-being. There's not a source of well-being and then a source of not well-being. There's one source, the spring of life, and it's not that we choose that or the of not well-being, but it's how much we tune into that font of well-being that decides who we are, how authentic we are. And I hope this is making sense. On some level, I feel like I'm just kind of rambling, and I don't know if it's really making sense to people, but you're already everything that you are praying for. You are a facet of Creator. You are connected to Creator. There is nothing that you are not. There is nothing that you need. Even if this body were to go away, you will still exist because you are an eternal soul. And there's nothing you need in order to exist. Does that make sense? So ultimately, all the prayers, all the wants, all the yearning is a remembering who we really are as divine beings of light. And when we can live from that place, we don't even have to pray for things anymore. They just show up. That's when the synchronicities happen. That's when things just start to fall into place. So pray in gratitude for what you know is coming. Even if you haven't felt it or seen it, in your physical world, know that the feeling comes first. And when you feel that, like really feel it in your body, sit in that feeling, then it cannot not happen. So anyway, I didn't know that's where I was going to go tonight, but that, for what it's worth, that is prayer, that is manifestation. And it's just, this world, this life is on some level an illusion. We are much more than this physical body. That's the lesson of the dragonfly. Okay, story time. Once upon a time, there was this great and mighty dragon who was powerful and magical, and because of that, he loved to brag about all his magical deeds and conquests and everything he could do. And one day, Coyote got tired of listening to his boasting and thought, somebody needs to take him down a notch. And Coyote, knowing of no one more qualified than himself, goes up to this huge, mighty dragon and says, I bet you're not powerful enough to make yourself that big. The dragon laughed in his face and turned himself into a dragonfly. When he turned into a dragonfly, he got caught in his own illusion that was all he was, that he was just this fragile little body. He still had access to all the magic and all the power he ever had before, but he believed himself to be this tiny, fragile little body. And so Dragonfly comes to remind us that we are more than that fragile little body. We have the power of the universe behind us, supporting us, breathing life into us. And so the illusion is that we are these human bodies. This is the dragonfly part. We come into this world as human bodies so that we can relate to other human bodies and pretend that this is all real. But this is the illusion, because you are creator. You are divine. You are part of God, goddess, all that is. Pretending to be this fragile little body for a little while. And when we can keep that in mind, then everything becomes magical. It becomes an adventure rather than life as something to dread. It's like, okay, this seems really scary, and I'm feeling, my human self is really scared and freaked out right now. But my God self knows that everything is okay, because everything is always okay. There is never a time when things are not okay, because this is all illusion. And then when you realize that, then it's like we withdraw our investment in the reality of this world. And that's what opens the door for miracles. That's what opens the door for those synchronicities that you could never have guessed, imagined, or projected, right? And so it's by letting go of the world that we can finally actually live in the world, remembering that we are in the world, not of the world. And no matter what happens to the physical body, no matter how long it lives, no matter what disease might take place or what might happen, that's not who you really are. You're an actor playing a part. This is the character. It's like we're in this giant movie or sitcom. And most people think that this identity, this character that they're playing, is all of who they are. But you're actually the actor who is playing this part. And so there's no script. We're making it up as we go along. Society tries to enforce different scripts, different, expectations, and, everyone is basically reading off a script depending on what the circumstances are. Okay, this happened. Okay, I'm on page 10. I say this, and then the person across from me says their lines, and then I respond with the appropriate lines. There is no script. We are here to experience this world. We are here to experience this life. It's improv. Don't fall into other people's scripts. Don't fall into thinking that there's a right and a wrong answer. Go off script, because we need to, like, one of my spirit names, when I first went on a vision quest, I was given the spirit name Speaks His Heart. And that is what we need to do. We need to speak our hearts. We need to be authentic. Speak from our hearts. Our hearts know what needs to be said. And by doing that, you're not paying attention to the script. You're not paying attention to what someone is programmed to say or respond. You're not falling into, oh, they said that, so I have to respond with A or B. It's like a choose your own adventure story. But when you go off script and just speak from your heart, then the people who are still trying to read the script, they're like, what the hell page is he on? They're like looking, and then they either have to storm away because they're like lost. They don't know what the script, they don't know what they're supposed to say. Or they're forced to be present and to speak from their heart, to respond from their heart as well. And so by living off script, you're actually serving the world. You're helping, you're making that space to invite others into a deeper authenticity. And even if they storm off because they don't know what page you're on, that's a more authentic response than reading their lines, right? And so you just, you put a little glitch in the matrix, and they will remember that. You just, whether, no matter how they responded to it, positively or negatively, because those are, illusions as well, you just opened their heart a little bit. You just planted a seed that there is something beyond the script. There is something beyond the expected. That life is not just this routine over and over, running the hamster wheel and getting nowhere. So, be yourself. Trust your heart above all else. Your heart will know what to say. And I'm living proof of that right now, because every week I come and do this, and I have no idea what I'm going to say, but I just talked for almost 40 minutes just from my heart, just channeling what my spirit guides want me to say, without an agenda, without a script. This is living proof that when you need to speak, you will know what to say. So trust yourself. Trust your heart. Trust that you know who you are, that you know what you're supposed to do. No one else can tell you that. No matter how psychic they are, no matter how connected they are, no one can tell you who you are or why you're here. And that's why my job is to help empower you. My job is to help empower people to find their own heart, to find their own purpose. I could tell people, I do card readings and, nudge people in the right directions and stuff. But I cannot tell someone what their purpose is, what they are supposed to be doing, or who they are. I can reflect it to them by being in my authenticity. And the more authentic you become, the more clearer of a mirror you become. And that doesn't necessarily mean that people are going to love you and like you all the time, because you also, by being a clear mirror, you reflect back to people the things that they don't want to see in themselves. So, but again, you're not committed to any script. There was a thing going around a number of years ago about, like, when stuff starts falling apart or when something new happens, it's like, holy crap, rather than going to like victimhood or anything else. It's like you just yell, plot change, and you go with it. That's what improv, like when they teach improv, it's about, you continue, it's like, yes, you continue to and you continue to add to what's been said or add to what's going on. You never say no, you never negate something, you just keep adding. It's like, okay, this happened, and then we do this. It's like, and it's that creativity of spirit that comes through, even in the most dire of circumstances. I was just thinking about, I know I'm all over the map tonight, but that just reminded me too that a quote came up in my mind today. I was thinking about different things. And I know there are a lot of dire things going on in the world right now. And sometimes things seem hopeless. but we're still here. And as long as we're here, there is hope. And the quote that is that I remember, and I'll tell you in a moment who said it. As long as there is life, there is hope. The one who said that was Tarzan. But it's true. It's like we are still here. We are divine creatures. We are a divine web of humanity. And, you know, it's not even about hope. It's the promise that everything is going to work out because we are divine in nature. It's in our nature to connect. It's in our nature to love. It's in our nature to help. It's hardwired into us as human beings. You know, we are a community-oriented animal. And so it's hardwired into us to help. And so on both levels, the human, the dragonfly part, and the powerful dragon part, everything is okay. And I don't mean to be, I'm not trying to downplay any of the horrendous things that are happening, and people losing their lives, and tyranny and greed and all these things. But ultimately, in this moment, I can only speak for myself here and now. Right now, right here, I am safe. I am complete. Right now, in this moment, in this space that we have created together, you are safe. You are whole. You are loved. And when we can remember that and take it out into the world, not just in our sacred spaces, not just in our ceremonies, life is ceremony. And when we can live, we can walk, like I'm going to sing a song in a bit called Walking in Beauty. It's like when we can walk in beauty and realize the connection of everything, recognize that everything is spirit, that everything has a spirit, that we are not alone, and that there is always, always a harmonious solution, that ultimately it's not just hope in the daylight that will follow the night. It's the promise that light always follows the darkness. Day always follows the night. Calm always follows the storm. It's not just hope. It's a promise that everything will work out, no matter what it looks like. You know, and that's where we need to support ourselves and reminding ourselves of our wholeness and our divinity, to not give in to the fear and the dragonfly mentality. This is all there is. You know, and that's not to say that we're not supposed to protect ourselves or take care of ourselves. Realizing that this is all an illusion, at least for me, actually deepens the meaning of this world. It deepens the experience of this world. It doesn't mean, it's not like, oh, it's just a dream, so I can just go out and rape and pillage and whatever. That's not, that is not congruent with realizing that this is an illusion. So, anyway, that's what I have to say for now. And how about we get to the actual ceremony, which you are actually watching this for? So, I do tend to get a little verbose sometimes. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your perseverance and tenacity in being here. I really do love you. And I appreciate you. And I appreciate your spending this time with me, because it's an answering, I'm, like I said, I'm the reflection of you. And this is by being here, by watching this, you are answering the call of your heart that there is something more. You wouldn't be here if you didn't know that. So thank you for the courage to go off script, to seek out things, places, spaces like this in order to realign, reconnect with your true self. So, and dragonflies are amazing. I don't mean to downplay dragonflies. In fact, something that, okay, so one last tangent before we start. I was doing a card reading. I do these medicine card readings with the animals, with the totem animals, and dragonfly came up for this person, and the main focus seemed to be the eyes, the multifaceted eyes, and the fact that dragonfly can see in every direction at the same time. Their sight is unlimited. They can see literally everything in every direction all at once. And so I was explaining that to this person that I was doing a reading for, and this cartoon, it was a Superman. It was an animated cartoon of a comic series with Superman, and I think it was called Superman All-Star or All-Star Superman, something like that. And ultimately, Lex Luthor, his arch nemesis, who has spent his life trying to take out Superman, or to basically become like Superman, actually succeeds. He actually succeeds in attaining the same powers as Superman. And when he did so, he couldn't fight Superman. He couldn't attack Superman because he had the sight of Superman, where he could see the atoms and the energy and how everything was interconnected. Like his goal was to take over the world, and when he attained those powers and could see that everything was connected, and he realized there was no world to take over, that he was the world, that everything was part of the same thing. And so it's like that dragonfly with that ability to see everything. It reminded me of that, thinking about Superman and how his vision is so acute that he can see the little threads of energy that connect all things. And so he can, there's nothing to dominate, there's nothing to take over, because you are everything. So anyway, thank you for indulging my geekiness, and let's do this ceremony. So if you're new, what's going to happen, I'm going to smudge everything on my little altar here, and then I'm going to say a prayer and ask permission to smoke, and then I'll put the pipe together, and then I'm going to put 4 pinches of tobacco into the bowl. And you will hear the prayers I say when I do that. And then I have a song that White Buffalo Calf Woman taught me that I will sing at that point. And then I will light the pipe and I will blow breath blessings into the four directions, to Father Sky, to Mother Earth, in a circle for all my relations, and then to Creator. And then I'll take a moment to put the stem to my forehead, the bowl to my heart, for silent prayer, and then I will come back, relight the pipe, and then the first thing I'm going to do is take a great big puff, and I will blow it at my camera, and that's a blessing coming from my heart through the smoke, the tobacco, the blessings of the Tobacco Nation, carrying my prayer, my blessing through my camera, through the magic of the internet and the holographic universe, straight to your heart. Then I will continue to blow breath blessings and prayers, intermittently sitting in quiet meditation. And then once we are done, once it feels like we are complete, there'll be another prayer. I will sing a song, and then I will take the pipe apart. And that will be the official end of the ceremony. And I've probably already talked enough for tonight, so I will try to curtail any other tangents afterwards. But anyway, so that is what we're going to do here. So let me light some sage and some sweetgrass. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the rain, beauty of the earth, fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away the pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away their pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. All right. Grandmother, grandfather, eagle, we send a voice. They ask permission to smoke in this place at this time. All my guides and guardians, watch over me as I smoke. Creator, Earth Mother, Tawabin, Shawnadisi, Magikiwis, and Wabus, there is always room for you in my pipe. Creator, Earth Mother, for the two-legged, the four-legged, the winged, the crawlers and the swimmers, all my relations, come smoke with me. Grandmother Moon, Grandmother Ocean, to the energy of birth, growth, maturity, the spirit realm and our ancestors, may all the passages of our lives be in harmony and grace. Creator, Earth Mother, to the wisdom of eagle, coyote, bear, white buffalo calf woman, bringer of the pipe and the law of good relations to the people. Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane, yo. Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane, yo. Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane, yo. Grandmother, Grandfather Eagle, we send a voice. We thank you for our lives. We thank you for this beautiful world, for all of humanity, for the heart that beats within us all, the light that connects us, the awakening of more people on the planet than ever before. Thank you for watching over us, watching over the families of Russia and Ukraine, bringing a peaceful and unifying completion to this moment in our history. Bless us all as we walk through confusion and darkness. Thank you for always being the light, guiding us, taking our hands, carrying us as we move forward until we remember who we truly, truly are. Aho. Ihi laihio, ihi laihio, ihi laihio, ihi, ihi, ihi laihio, ihi laihio, ihi laihio, ihi. Oh. Whoa, wow, that was powerful. It was really interesting. I have bear root here. This is what the bears eat when they are sick, or it's just a general, it connects, I have it to connect me to bear. Over the course of the pandemic, I had another guide come to me, this great brown bear, and she said that she was my grandmother, and which is interesting because bear is the great mother goddess. She is the first deity ever recognized by humanity, as evidenced by the oldest grave sites in the world have bear bones and skulls buried with the humans. And so she came to me as my grandmother, as my guiding spirit through all of this. And so the bear root connects me to her, and it smells lovely. I love the smell. And the thing is, here's the thing. The point of this is that I haven't lit any of it yet. And at the end, when I was saying the prayer and singing the song, I could smell it so clearly. The grandmothers are with us. I actually have a council of grandmothers that comes every once in a while when I'm doing my ceremonies. And the grandmothers are with us. Reach out when in times of sadness, in times of fear. Reach out to your grandmothers. They're still there. And they love us, they comfort us, they tell us stories. They watch over us. So always remember the grandmothers. So my grandmother was here, letting me know she was here even without my having lit the Osha, the bear root. So anyway, so thank you again for coming and spending this time with me. I am so grateful and I appreciate every one of you for watching. for spending this time, for reconnecting to Spirit. Know that I am here to help you. My job is to support you in your journey, whatever I can do. That is my job. My job is to empower others. And so I offer the card readings I mentioned earlier, shamanic healing such as soul retrievals and soul rememberings and fairy doctoring and different things. So check out my website, perchingwolfstudios.net, to see the shamanic services that I offer. If there's anything that resonates, or if you just want a shamanic perspective on what's going on in your life, I can journey and talk to my guides. I can journey and talk to your guides. Or you just need to talk, I'm here. You can set up sessions. You can set up appointments with me right from my website. And I would be overjoyed to help you find your way. That's what I'm here for. So, my website, what else? Oh, and so I will share this video to my Facebook page. I will also upload it to my YouTube channel. I have a YouTube channel, Perching Wolf Studios YouTube channel, where I have 2 years worth of these videos. So if you ever feel like you need to reconnect again, there are literally over 100 videos on my YouTube channel. To pick one. It doesn't matter. Let Spirit guide you to whichever one. Who knows what I said the last couple of years, but choose one and you'll probably find out that whatever I had to say even back then will resonate with what you're going through right now. So, like I said, even if you are watching this years from now, your energy is here right now. You are a vital part of this circle of beautiful people, these beautiful hearts coming together to connect. And that is a resource that I freely offer to you. And I guess that is it for now. So thank you again, everyone, for coming. Like I said, this is one of the highlights of my week. I love sharing this ceremony with you. It is such a gift. And to be able to offer it to others, I know this is not something that you find in everyday life, you know. And so it is my joy and my pleasure to be able to offer this and to give people the space to reconnect with their spirit, with Great Spirit. Or at least a little bit, just to let the world off of your shoulders. And like I say, if you need more guidance, more moments of calm, of stillness, these videos are always available for you. So thank you again, my friends. Please share this video, especially if there's anyone you know who might get something out of it. Feel free to tag them in the comments and invite your friends. I hope to see you next week. Same time, same place. And all right. Oh, before I forget, I need to release that sacred space. Spirits of the earth, spirits of the air, spirits of the fire, spirits of the water, spirits of the upper world, spirits of the lower world, compassionate spirits of the middle world, the Fae, the spirits of the land, the ancestors of the land. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for holding us in your love and your light. Our work for now is done. welcoming us into yours. All right, my friends, thank you again for joining me. I hope you got something out of this. I hope you enjoyed it. And until I see you again, know that I love you, that I see you, and that I honor you. Go shining. All right. Bye, everybody.